Hey guys, so I'm making this instructional video for enrichment just in case I am busy with the class and I don't get a chance to thoroughly explain this to you guys. So I'm going to get right to it. You're going to be recreating a version of this story using making your own story. So let's start out. So Darnell here wants to help homelessness, and he wants to convert the beat up old basketball court into a garden, right? So your job this week is to make your own story as a reporter. So let's begin. If I was writing this right now, I'm going to read a paragraph, then I'll read a paragraph or two, and then I'm going to create my own. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of that and how I'm going to start to construct that mentally. All right, I'm going to read it out loud. Nobody wants to be homeless, Sweeby Jones said. He is a homeless man who lives in our city of Oakdale. It is for him and people like him that I think we should build a garden where the basketball courts were, near the school. That way the homeless people can help themselves by raising food. So already I'm thinking about nobody wants to be homeless. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, no one wants a dirty bathroom or whatever I see around my school that might improve the lives of others, and me and my peers, meaning. So again, I use the dirty bathroom analogy. So no one wants a dirty a dirty bathroom. And this can be easily rectified by people picking up after themselves and being respectful of the property. So that's what my first few sentences, my intro is going to be. I'm going to change his and make it mine. So he said nobody wants to be homeless. And then he goes into Sweeby Jones said he's a homeless man, and he goes into that. But I'm just going to say no one wants a dirty bathroom. Everybody wants to go into a clean restroom. Period. This is something that people can do to help themselves have a better school experience as a whole. Period. Following that, I don't have to follow their same structure. I can just continue my same paragraph. I'm going to read their paragraph too, and I'm going to make my own. You see a man or a woman that's hungry and you don't feed them or help them to feed themselves. Then you say you don't mind people being hungry, Mr. Jones said. And if you don't mind people being hungry, then there's something wrong with you. So at home, many parents ask their kids how their days of school are, their day at school was, comma. Instead of telling them about what you learned, the only thing you can think about is how gross the bathroom is and how you had to hold it in all day until you got home. Period. So this shows that dirty restrooms can, in a way, hurt or impact learning. Period. So I've done 2 paragraphs now, as you can see. Just speaking those to you. Okay, that is what Mr. Sweeby Jones did when I spoke to him. I don't want to be the kind of person that says it's all right for some people to be hungry, and I want to do something about it. So I don't want to be the kind of person that says learning can't be improved, and I want to be someone that can do something about it. By having cleaner restrooms, this will help kids be able to use those and not have to be so stressed out about it. Stress means that you have less blood flow in your brain, period. Therefore, comma, you need to keep your restrooms clean especially for those kids that this does hurt or could hurt or impact their learning, period. So I've done 3 of their paragraphs now. If you can see here, I'm just reading it right here. Okay. And again, I've done 3. I don't know if you could see that or my hand. Hopefully you could see it. I'm just on page 570. Now I'm going to the top 571. And instead of doing anything more on 571, I'm going to go to 572. They start to say teaching is a difficult position. Teachers need as much support as possible, right? And then they go in to say, there are some people in our school who think it's a good idea to build a garden. You could say that many teachers and staff agree that having clean bathrooms would help all students, period. Instead of a city council meeting, I'm going to use a school board meeting. Okay. You'll have to look up the school board meeting, when the next school board meeting on March, whatever day it's going to be, or March, April, someday in March, April, May, June, there's going to be a school board meeting. And then you're going to say on that date, this will be presented to the Inglewood Unified School District School Board, or Inglewood Unified School District at that school board meeting, period. Or sorry, I keep putting punctuation in, so I don't know why to have it. Anyway, student, and you're going to say that I urge to support teachers and education by proposing that the bathrooms are kept cleaner. So maybe that means everybody does more. Maybe the school pays more to the custodial staff to keep them cleaner, and also the students are more aware of what they can do, meaning picking up after themselves and not making a mess, or laughing at someone making a mess and doing the right thing. Then you're going to talk about, you're going to make it, you can make up a kid that is really stressed. So you could talk about, while walking into so they say on page 572, Darnell felt a lump in his stomach. You may say that I had a knot in my throat, or my palms were really sweaty because I was so nervous. Okay, as I walk through the crowd, and then this becomes more of a where you're envisioning what's happening here. So as I walk down the aisle, my hands sweat and my brain seemed to just shut off, because that's what happens when you get nervous, right? And the council members, as they arrived, they called, or as the school board members were sitting there and staring at me, I wondered what they were thinking and what they would do. And then you're just going to continue down the line like this. They talked about the problems with this and how the building code violations would be an issue. You might talk about how this is a dollar issue. So this is just out of our fund, or this is not within, or we're already doing, they may say they're doing everything they can. And then you would have to come up with a reason of how and why they could do better. Let's see what else here. You may look up ordinances. You may look up some city codes, so that you could say, according to the city code or a school district code, students have a right to be able to use safe, secure, and clean restrooms throughout their school days. There probably is something in there that says that. You could go in their website and look for it, and use that as as more ammunition to put your point across. And you're just going to follow it down. You don't have to be, obviously, 10 pages in this thing, but it should be 3 to 5 paragraphs. You should have, your problem, the support for your reasons. What did you do? What was done about it? Did you go to the meeting? Or is this just a proposal for the meeting? Either way would work, okay? And then your conclusion. In conclusion, I maintain that clean restrooms will help education. And I think that if you do all of those steps and you have your conclusion and you restate the support and you restate your initial thesis or your initial, statement that made in your intro, I think you will do quite well with this summary. Again, this video is particularly in case I didn't have a chance to address you and give you the specifics of this for whatever the reason. But I hope to be able to speak to you guys about this, and I hope you guys do really well. Bring me your questions.